Hello, and welcome to Strategy Pulse, your go to podcast for in depth business analysis. I'm your host, and today we unpack the strategic blueprint of one of Sri Lanka's most iconic firms, Ceylon Tobacco Company PLC, or CTC, drawing insights from to its 2024 annual report. We will explore how CTC navigated market challenges, drove profitability, and stayed aligned with global strategic paradigm. CTC vision is embedded in its global purpose, creating a better tomorrow. This isn't just a slogan, it defines its commitment to sustainable value creation for shareholders, employees, society, and the environment. The 2024 report introduced six core values under British American Tobacco: truly inclusive, do the right thing, love our consumer, passion to win, empowered through trust, and stronger together. Reflecting a people first, ethical, and performance driven culture. CTC strategic direction is structured around five imperatives: brand resilience, distribution efficiency, fit for purpose manufacturing, supply chain strength, sustainability, leadership. External environment for the CTC. Despite Sri Lanka 5% GDP growth in 2024, the tobacco industry faced excise hikes, 14% in January, 3% VAT increase, and increased BD consumption and illicit trade, threatening volumes and margins. Internal capabilities of CTC, they leverage world-class R&D via BAT, operational efficiency through integrated work system (IWS), robust supply chains, 1,253 contracted farmers, 67,000 of traders, and lean skilled workforce of 224 employees. And its competitiveness lies in product innovation, insights, and discipline cost control. When we consider about the competitive strategy, Porter's lens, CTC demonstrates a hybrid strategy: cost leadership via supply chain mechanization like drone spraying, nursery automations, improving audibly, reducing waste by 2%. Differentiation wise, targeting the premium and low end market with brand customization. Example launch of uh, Dunhill Blue for premium consumers, flexible SKUs under John Player and Capstan for price sensitive segments. This aligns with Porter's generic strategies, creating a sustainable differentiation while maintaining operational cost advantages. And CTC strategic moves in 24 include timing, early adoption to excise hikes with pricing and portfolio tweaks, scopes, core focus on domestic market with exploratory exporting of excess leaf tobacco, tech-driven moves, launch of Agri360 ESG app for farmer engagement, Retailer Connect B2B app for trade partners, enhancing distribution visibility. The Phase Plus positive training program also strengthens trade marketing capabilities. So let's move on to the execution, diversification, and structure. CTC remain a single product for legal tobacco, but diversifies within brand layers and supply chain capabilities. Execution-wise, lean and agile organization structure, leadership rotation with global expertise, like MD Faria Zubhani's appointment in April 2024, heavy focus on training, international assignments, and digital capability building. This reflects Chandler's principle structure follows strategy, with the organization evolving to support fast strategic pivots. When considering the CTAC culture and leadership impact, CTC thrives on a culture of excellence. It's evident to fourth consecutive top employer award, 57% women in senior leadership, value-led initiative like SparkX and Supernova to promote women in STEM. Leadership embraces ESG-centric governance with aggressive goals on water recycling, renewable energy, and reforestation. The culture is empowered, ethical, inclusive, and highly aligned with transformational leadership principles. So the financial and organization performance of CTC numbers are like revenue is 62.5 billion, PBT is around 49 billion, and PAT is around 21.9.6 billion, and they contribute to tax around 161.1 billion, that is 6% of the national revenue. Dividend per share, DPS, is around 158.24. That is a 100% payout for the shareholders, and market cap is around 261.7 billion. And when we consider about the non-financial performance, 62 percentage of increase in training hours, waste to landfill is reduced by 94.9%, and they help 300,000 of community supported. So CTC clearly delivers strong stakeholder values, not just shareholder returns. Let's do the financial analysis furthermore. When we consider about the profitability analysis, net profit margin is around 47.4, where industry average is 15 to 25 percentage. CTC margin is exceptionally high. This reflects strong pricing power, low SG&A cost, and operational efficiency, strategic tax pass-through to prices, and strong brand loyalty help pursue margins. Return on equity ROE around 266 percentage, where industry average is 30 to 60% of the percentage. ROE for exceeds typical values. So, however, CTC's small equity base inflates this figure, a result of high dividend payouts and retained profit strategies. And the earning per share is 158.24 LKR, where normally BET Global EPS is around also 112. So consistently increasing EPS signals shareholder value generation and strong earnings capacity per share. A 7% of year-on-year EPS increase outpaces inflation and industry growth. When we consider the efficiency ratios, asset turnover ratio is 4.4, where industry average is 0.6 to 1.2, and the CTC asset light model and efficient operation enable high turnover, outsource farming, and lean manufacturing contributes to this. Operating efficiency is maintain low OPEX growth, only 20% of cost increase despite the inflation, and the industry average is nearly 25% to 30%. And this demonstrates effective cost control and productivity tools like IWS, OEE improvements, AI-based leaf grading. When we consider the liquidity and solvency, current ratio is 1.5, where the industry average is 1.2 to 1.8. There's a healthy liquidity to cover short-term obligations. CTC hold minimal inventory due to fast-moving consumer goods nature. And the debt to equity ratio is nearly 0%. That means a debt free, where the industry average is 0.5 to 1.5. Zero debt structure significantly reduces the financial risk. Most peers operate with moderate debt to fund dividend programs. Let's talk about the market performance. Dividend payout ratio is 100%, where the industry is around 70% to 85%. And the full profit distribution signals confidence in future cash flows. It also supports share price performance and shareholder loyalty. And the market capitalization is around 261.7 billion among top listed firms in Sri Lanka, demonstrates investor confidence, stability, and predictable returns. And share price growth is increase in 46 percentage in this year, where the global average is around 5% to 10% annual growth. A phenomenal capital gain for defensive sector outperforms local and global indicates where reflects STCTC's strategic brand strength and market trust. So from a strategic financial perspective, CTC excels because cash flow resilience, high operating cash flow with low capex enables massive dividends payout and efficient capital allocation, vertical integration, control over local farming, distribution ensures cost efficiency and responsiveness to market dynamics, lean balance sheet, CTC avoids long-term debt, thus minimizing interest burdens. This supports high ROE and dividend sustainability. And the risk buffering, high profitability cushion against regulatory shocks like excise highs and illicit trade. This aligns with risk management and contingency planning principles in financial strategy. And VBM, value-based management, CTC maximizes economic value added by ensuring returns well above the cost capital, even without debt leverage. And financial strategy alignment with corporate strategy, it financial choices, example like 100% payout, debt-free, cost-efficient operations are tightly aligned with strategic goals, agility, sustainability, and stakeholder value. And finally, the balance scorecard beyond financial, CT shows strength in customer perspective, brand loyalty, trade engagement tools like Premium tools and internal process like IWS and AI adoption, learning and growth in global training hours. And final thought is, in conclusion, CTC's financial performance is superior not only relative to local peers but even against global tobacco industry benchmarks. It balances profitability, sustainability, and shareholder returns, a hallmark of strategic financial execution. So, what we can we learn from CTC? Strategy is not just about reacting; it's about proactive adoption, clarity of purpose, discipline execution, and inclusive leadership. CTC exemplifies how a legacy business can remain relevant and resilient amidst socio-economic shift, regulations, and ethical scrutiny. So thanks for joining Strategy Pulse. Subscribe for more business breakdowns and don't forget, strategy isn't just for boardrooms. It's for everywhere to aim to lead. Good day to you all.